Applications of differentiation, the shape of the derived or slope function. So the question is asking us to draw a rough sketch of the derivative function of the curve. Let's think about the shape of the original curves here. So the first picture seems to be a negative line. It's a line with a negative slope. The next one appears to be a positive quadratic shape. It's a parabola. And the last one, maybe it's a positive cubic. So what would the slope function look like? What does it look like if you differentiate a line? Like this line is negative x plus 3. If you differentiate a line, you'd expect to get a constant as the answer. So the shape of a constant would look something like y equals a number. And y equals a number is a horizontal line. We might recognize that it's a horizontal line where y equals a negative number in this case. So the rough sketch in example 1 will be a horizontal line parallel to the x-axis but below the x-axis. In fact, we know what this line is, so we know actually it's the line y equals negative 1. So this is a rough sketch of the slope function. In the second question, it's a quadratic. If we differentiate a quadratic, a positive quadratic, we should get a line with a positive slope. So we know what type of line it is. We also know one important point in the line. The derived function equals 0 at the minimum point. And this happens when x equals 1. So we know that one point on the line is the point 1, 0. So a rough sketch is just any straight line with a positive slope going through the point 1, 0. The final graph we have here is a positive cubic. When we differentiate a cubic, we get a quadratic. So it's a positive quadratic, it's a U-shaped parabola, and we know where it's going to cross the x-axis. It's related to the turning points. So when the slope is 0, that means the y value in the derived function must be 0. In other words, it crosses the x-axis at the point -2 and 1. We also know, because of the balance shape here, that the minimum point happens halfway between these. It's kind of the point of inflection, if you wish. So we draw this U-shaped parabola going through the 2 points that we know. That's a rough sketch. So summing up, what we need to know here is that if you differentiate a line with a non-zero slope, the answer is going to be a horizontal line. The derivative of a quadratic will be a straight line, and the derivative of a cubic is going to be a quadratic.